What is up, Fabrication Nation? I know it's been a little while. Haven't been making regular videos like I normally do. There's a couple reasons for that. One, trying to get the Goose done for Foxtoberfest this weekend. Got a lot of little things that I needed to knock out on this thing, and it was just easier to do work and not worry about filming and whatever. But I did get some clips I'm gonna show you in this video of what I have done on this thing. The other thing is the new shop. So the new shop's taking a lot of my time. I will be filming like the move-in process and the build-out process of the new shop, but right now we're not really there yet. We're kind of working on some issues that the shop has with some leaks and that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that. Now for the Goose. A lot of little things took place over the last week and a half, starting off with fixing the headlight core support. So the headlight core support on this thing is like a fiberglass, but I did use that plastic repair stuff that I featured on a Friday video a while back, and it worked awesome. 'Basically all I did was just ground out those cracks. Everywhere there was a crack, I kind of made a V in it, poured that powder in there, and then over top of it, put that hardener in. "15–20 minutes later, it was done, ready to put back on the car. I actually let it sit overnight, but it was good enough to move around, and the next day I actually mounted everything back on the car like it's supposed to be. This car is not perfect by any means. The plans are kind of slowly get there, right? Right now I'm gonna focus on getting it running and driving, and then I'll worry about some of the cosmetic stuff later. One of the things it did need though was new headlights. So new headlights are one of those things that you can put in one of these cars. It doesn't cost very much, and it really makes a huge difference on how the car looks. A nice clear headlight gives it that really crisp look up front, and so I went ahead and replaced those. That was an easy switch. Popped the old ones out, new ones went in. Voila, we got new car. The car also needed a windshield, so the windshield that was in it was a cracked windshield that came out of the bibster. I kind of just set it in there for the time being. Needed a new one, so I had a company come out, pop a new windshield in there. Man, a nice, clean, clear new windshield really makes a difference too on how the car kind of appears. So as far as the interior goes on this thing, the only thing I was really waiting on to put the interior back together for the final time was the seatbelt mounts. So I had to pull the seats out, fold the carpet back, get all those mounts put in, welded in, you know, fabbed up and made, and then welded back in. And then I was able to put carpet back in, seats back in, mount all the belts, get all that stuff done, vacuum it out real good, nice and clean, and interiors in. I got some panels and some little pieces that need to be fixed, but as far as the seats, carpet, the belts, that sort of thing, we're good to go. The car also needed some wiring done. So 10 years ago when I first started this build, a lot of the factory wiring kind of went away, including a lot of the light switches and a lot of that stuff, you know, some of the light wiring. So I had to go down and trace out where all the wires went for the tail lights, the brake lights, the turn signals, the tag lights, a lot of that stuff. I want all back in the car. I want it to be kind of factory-ish, even like the trunk release. I want that to work. So I had to kind of trace all that stuff out, figure out where it was at, get it all rewired, and then plumbed into my relay switches, or my relays that are activated by switches, so all that stuff works like it's supposed to. Took some time, but in the end, everything working like it's supposed to will kind of add to the car. Alright guys, that's really it for the work that went in over the past 2 weeks. It's ready for Foxtoberfest. The only thing I may do before I go is try to paint the trim and stuff some, just to kind of clean it up a little bit, and then maybe figure out the mounts and stuff for the hood, just so I can get the hood on there for the Trek up there. Other than that, it's ready to go. I actually seen the car on boost the other day. Wasn't going down the road, it was on the two-step, but it did make some boost, did make some noise. So if you're at Foxtoberfest, maybe you'll see that happen up there. Haven't really driven it yet, mainly because it needs to see the dyno. I want to make sure that everything's right before I get out here on the road and really put a load on it, or you know, drive it under boost. I want to make sure everything's sorted in the way that it should be before we start making those hits on the street. So I'm sure you'll see those. I will have videos, I'm sure. I'm not going to leave you out. I know a lot of people have been asking about those. But right now, just trying to get it kind of sorted for the event this weekend. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. If you're at Foxtoberfest this weekend, I will see you there. If not, more videos coming on the car, more videos coming on the shop. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys some more this week. Go do work, son.